Hello and welcome to another edition of Full Volume, the Manchester Libraries podcast. I'm your host, Alan Lynch, and I'm here with Gary. Gary, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thanks.
Happy Easter, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Okay, before we kick off, Gary, I wanted to test your mettle. Because one of the first things, when I first met you, I remember thinking, he seems really smart. I quickly learned out that you shouldn't judge people up when you first...
Thanks.
But I have a question for you. I just want to see whether you know the answers to this or not. I was
Okay.
So see if you can answer this. I was doing some research on libraries around the world, etc. So can you tell me what is the world's busiest library?
No idea.
Do you want to hazard a guess?
Like New York, somewhere like that?
Well done. Well done. It is the New York Public Library. But can you tell me, actually, I know why I was researching this. I was looking into the numbers of people that come into Central Library, because we're up to about 2 million a year
Yeah,
now.
no, it's fantastic.
Which is crazy, 2 million people. And I thought, okay, well, let's see what can top that. So it is the New York Library they consider to be the busiest library in the world. How many people a year visit the New York Library?
Well, if we get 2 million, they probably get, 10 million?
I go a bit higher.
Wow, really? 12 million?
No, go higher. It's higher than 12 million.
15 million?
It's higher than 15 million.
400 million?
No, don't be ridiculous. No, it's 18 million
really?
people
Wow.
a year
Wow.
visit the New York Library.
Wow.
So yeah, we think to ourselves, God, today was really busy. Can you imagine? With 18 million. So anyway, there you go. A little bit of trivia for you. Well done, Gary. I can't believe you got that actually straight off the bat. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Right, should we go through what's happening on the pod then?
Yes, let's.
Right, okay. In a few moments, we will... I had a chat with Ríoghnach Connolly. I went over to Wythenshawe. Those of you who like folk music will know Ríoghnach Connolly. She's been famous for quite some time now, but last year she was awarded the RTE Radio 1 Folk Singer of the Year award.
Yeah.
So that is quite the award to win. So she was delighted with herself. She also won one from BBC Radio 2 a few years ago as well. And at the moment she's doing a tour, but she lives in Manchester now, believe it or not. She moved here quite a few years ago. When I met her, she was with her mum, and her mum lives here now too. So it was a nice little sort of mum and daughter, and you could see how proud she was.
Yeah.
Basically, she was putting on classes for one of the local schools in Bench Hill, and the classes were taking turns to come in and learn about the Irish language and learn about Irish song and different Irish instruments, etc., etc. And she was just fantastic. She had the kids eating out of the palm of her hand.
That sounds great.
So she sang a little song for us and had a chat about what libraries mean for her as well back home in Ireland growing up. She's from County Armagh. So we'll have a chat with her and hear her singing shortly. While I was in Wythenshawe as well, I got to meet the one and only Rowetta.
I'm really jealous that you got to do that.
I did get to meet Rowetta. She's great fun. I just had a chat with her too about Wythenshawe and the creative space, and she just was talking about being able to give something back, because she has, obviously she found success. And what she was doing was being a judge at a talent contest. They had a night last Friday where they had 8 bands from the local area, all aged between 14 and 17. So you can imagine how excitable they all were. Yeah. And also I had a chat with Michelle Udugu. Michelle is wonderful. She came in a couple of weeks ago. She has an exhibition starting here shortly. It's called Voices of the City. We'll hear more from her a bit later. And also Little Oliver is back. Little Oliver's back. Big Oliver's not here this month. Little Oliver is back. And then finally Danny Middleton dropped in. Danny is excited to say the least about World Book Night.
Yeah.
This is when you're going to be showing off your skills, Gary, as a card turner.
Yeah.
And I shall be trying to entertain the crowd without upsetting or offending anybody. Really looking forward to it, actually. We'll tell you more about all our plans for World Book Night in a wee bit. Okay? But starting off this month's podcast, I had a chat with Richard Houghton. He has a brand new book about Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Are you a Zeppelin fan?
A little bit, not massively, but yeah.
It's hard not to like Whole Lotta Love and Stairway from Heaven and stuff,
Yeah,
isn't it? It's if you're a musical...
Kashmir is my favourite.
If you're musically minded, you can't deny the power of those two songs. We talked about those two songs and his brand new book, which is called Whole Lotta Love, and he'll be here at the Central Library talking about that on the 30th of April. So we'll hear from Richard as well. Okay, let's go. This is April's Full Volume. Okay, I am here with Richard Houghton. And Richard, thank you very much for coming in, first off. It's nice to see you. 30th of April, a very special night. You're going to be launching your new book, which is called Whole Lotta Love, Led Zeppelin. Now, this is a book that has actually kind of been written by the fans, is that right? More so than you, but you've collated all their stories together, is that right?
That's right. So it's got over 500 Led Zeppelin memories from fans who saw them going back to the very beginning of their career, right through to the end.
Wow.
So it's 1968 through to 1980.
I know. I've just been actually Googling the band down there, and what an incredible story. Before we get into that, though, tell us a bit about yourself. How have you ended up here today talking to the Full Volume podcast? Tell us about your story, because I know this is not self-published, but I'll let you explain how we got to here.
Okay, well, I live in Manchester. I've lived in Manchester for the last 10 years, married to a Manc. And so I'm going to be here for the rest of my days because she has no intention of moving.
Okay.
She's a very proud Mancunian. And I had a book published by another company about 12 years ago, a book about the Rolling Stones, of which I'm a big fan. And the concept for that book was telling the Stones story in the words of fans, because as a big Stones fan, I've got over 200 different books about the Stones at home, but I'd never seen a book that told their story as the fans
through
remember
the eyes of a fan. Yeah.
And if you go to a gig now, inevitably there's a forest of smartphones. People are filming the gig, and by the time you get home, the gig's on YouTube, either in its entirety or through 300 different images that people have taken. And you can find the set list, etc., etc. That wasn't the case in 1964 when the Rolling Stones were playing venues up and down the country. And those memories are what I wanted to capture in that first book. So I did that first book. I reached out to people via local newspapers, writing to papers saying the Stones were in your town 50 years ago this week, as it then was when I was doing the book. And people told me about their Stones memories in letters and emails.
Did you have a good response? I mean,
I had a fantastic response,
Wow.
Because it was the Brian Jones era. It was the Stones in the 1960s, when they were doing Satisfaction, they were doing The Last Time, Little Red Rooster, all those hit singles, because the Stones were the biggest band in Britain after the Beatles. And when people told me of their Stones story, lots of them said, and I saw the Beatles, let me tell you about seeing the Beatles. So I set out to compile a book about the Stones and finished up with a book about the Stones and half a book about the Beatles as well. So then I did a book about the Beatles because I got all that material to get started with, and it's just rolled on from there really. I went on to do a book about The Who, a book about Pink Floyd, and then somebody approached me and said, would you do a book about orchestral manoeuvres in the dark authorised by the band, because they liked the idea and would very much like to have a fan history of OMD.
Don't think there's a band out there who wouldn't want that, would they? I mean, it's great for the band.
The concept applies to anybody. I've actually just been asked very recently to do a book about Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Who's got...
How do you feel about that?
I know nothing about Taylor Swift, but I'm very happy. I've been talking to Swifties already via TikTok, which is where a lot of them are. I've been learning a lot of sort of teenage slang, the words that I didn't know. Yeah. Did you know OFC means of course, for example? I didn't know that until
I did not
3 days ago. And now I'm getting down with the kids on Taylor Swift.
It's tough to keep up with it. I'm the same when I look at Twitter or anything. I'm thinking, what are they talking about?
Yeah, so I'd done a series of books published by 2 or 3 different publishers, all of whom I'm afraid went bust, owing me money. However, having done a series of books and worked with those publishers, worked with graphic designers, etc., I thought, well, I could actually do this through my own company and publish the books myself rather than relying on somebody else.
Yeah.
And if it loses money, it's my fault. I'm the one who's responsible. So I set up Spenwood Books, and Spenwood Books is based in Chorlton, based out of my back bedroom. Been going for 5 years now. I've published over 30 different books, some which are books that I've compiled, some by other people. I've done authorised books with Billy Bragg, which came out last year. I'm working on a book with Gary Newman that comes out later this year. I've done a book with a band called The Wedding Present, who are, have Manchester roots, Manchester connections.
Yeah.
And I've got a pipeline of books coming out in future years, and the Led Zeppelin book is one of those.
So one question for you before we go, just to remind everybody, it's on the 30th of April. It's pay what you can, so go to Library Live. Tickets are selling really well. But let me ask you a question before we go. If you, a 20-year-old, walks up here having never heard of Led Zeppelin, how are you going to describe the band to them? How would you describe a band like Led Zeppelin? Because I feel like it's very hard to describe.
Well, they were a phenomenon. I mean, and I think we're very much prone to categorise acts these days, or they're heavy metal, or they're folk, or they're country and western, or they're K-pop, or whatever they might be. And Led Zeppelin were kind of hard rock, but they had a softer side to them. If you gave somebody 2 Led Zeppelin tracks to listen to as an introduction, I'd say, well, listen to Whole Lotta Love and listen to Stairway to Heaven, and tell me how they are the same band, other than the fact you can hear the voice of the singer.
Or anyone alive in the 90s who watched Top of the Pops would know that it was one of their songs was used as because people go, isn't that the theme tune to Top of the Pops? And you're thinking, well, actually it's a Led Zeppelin record. Well, listen, Richard, thank you very much for coming in. The best of luck. Like I said, 30th of April here in Central Library on the first floor in the Music Library. We'll be talking about Led Zeppelin, Whole Lotta Love, your new book. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Okay, time for another book review, and Oliver's back with us again. Oliver's our new resident children's book reviewer. Lovely to see you again. I know you're a very busy kid. You're doing lots and lots with football and school and everything, but you've read another book for us. Tell us who is the author and what's the name of the book this month, Oliver?
So this month is about The Explorer by Catherine Ruddle. And so 4 children fly into Manaus, which is in Brazil, but the plane crashes in the Amazon jungle, so they have to find a way to survive and make it out alive to Manaus.
Oh, so it's a bit like Lord of the Flies in a way, is it? Has it got those? Have you read Lord of the Flies?
No, not yet.
No, you haven't? Oh, you'll probably enjoy that one. They've made it into a BBC series too. Actually looks really good. So this was a Costa Book of the Year, so obviously a lot of people have loved this Costa Book of the Year. What is it that you liked about the story? Do you like the idea of that kind of being stranded on a desert island?
I like the way it basically teaches you how to survive if this happens to you. So like you need food, you need water, you need shelter, and if you want to make it alive, you have to like try and make yourself alive, don't you?
Yeah. Tell us about the main character in the story then. Tell us about what happens to them in the story.
So there's one older boy, 2 girls that are in the middle, and a younger boy. So they find like other explorer, and he drove his plane, but it broke because it'd been there for so long. So they had to fix that. And also there's like these little ants that are very poisonous. If you get stung by one, you could die. So the little one got stung by one, and he needed to get out in like a week or he would die. So they fixed the plane. And they flew out to Manaus just in time, and he got to the hospital and just about survived. Wow.
Well, that sounds pretty scary to me, actually. That sounds pretty scary. Do you like a book that's exciting then, with a big sort of exciting narrative, where maybe there's going to be danger, but maybe everything turns out all right?
It's like the one I did a couple of months by Jackpot. It's basically it's like it leaves you on a hook, and it helps you want to continue reading it.
You want to keep reading. A page turner, as we would call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Another great review. Oliver, thank you very much. We'll see you again soon.
Okay, so a while ago, Alan popped over to Wythenshawe to meet a fantastic Irish folk singer, award-winning folk singer, Ríoghnach Connolly. So he had a chat with her. But before we go to that, let's just hear a bit of her beautiful voice.
They were going to have a party for the Golden Jubilee. Now Kate says she to Pat McGee, come listen here to me. Oh, put on your road-knee breeches and your coat of emerald green. Take off that hat, me darling Pat, put on your old cabine. For today's our golden wedding, and I'll have you all to know just how we looked when we were wed.
Firstly, I wanted to say congratulations, because last year 2 big awards, the Radio 1 award and then the Radio 2 award as well, so well done on that. How did that feel?
Thank you. We're doing a victory lap. I got the RTE Best Folk Singer last year, so yeah, it's been lovely.
We're here at Wythenshawe Library, and this is the creative space. Now I work at Central Library. For growing up in Ireland,
I love the Central Library.
Have you been in? Yeah.
I went into the archives and I found my great-grandmother speaking on the archives.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I got to play a recording of her speaking to Nana.
Oh wow.
So she heard her mother speaking, a recording of her mother.
That's incredible. How did that make her feel?
It made us all quite emotional. Yeah. Because of course, when you digitise a record or digitise old tape, you can turn them up.
Yeah.
So you can hear everyone around. You can hear her sister and everybody encouraging her.
What a treat.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So growing up in Armagh then, in terms of libraries, because this is wonderful, I mean, having an audience of those kids, they were in the palm of your hand. How does it feel? And did you have anything like this growing up yourself? Because we have to keep on telling people how important libraries are. Did you have anything like that growing up in Armagh?
It was a real safe space in Armagh. Actually, the Armagh Library was in the middle of Market Street, and it was in between the two cathedrals. Two cathedrals are facing each other down in Armagh City, but the library's in the middle, and it's a lovely little
I'm not sure what
area.
that says.
I suppose it's like a safe zone in the middle, it's something where you can go and everybody's reading the same level. And obviously there was, for me, we didn't have a record player, or we didn't have a lot of it was before CDs, it was tapes, and you could go and you could hire tapes and listen to music. And it was a real access to archive material there as well, without having to buy anything, you know. For me, the library was wonderful.
The wonderful Ríoghnach Connolly there, and I wanted to ask her loads of questions, but as soon as we got on to Central Library and the archives, she was away. She absolutely loves the place. Lovely to talk to her. That was all part of a 3-day St. Patrick's Day celebration that was held at Wythenshawe Forum Library, and thanks to James and everybody who was really accommodating to me over there. And on to now a little bit of audio with Rowetta. Friday of last week, I was back in Wythenshawe, and instead of being judged this time around, Rowetta was doing the judging as part of a judging panel at a Battle of the Bands. Rowetta, it's lovely to see you. Thanks so much for talking to Full Volume. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Really pleased to be here, because I've actually sung in this building and I wanted to do something with kids, so it's incredible. I came when it was just a new space, and there was a voiceover at the Central Library in Manchester when I sang to get people out of the library with different stars. It was actually really, really good. And then I heard about this creative space here and thought I'd love to do something with kids here, maybe some workshops. So I came and rehearsed here before a big BBC show for children in need. So I thought, what a great space. So the fact that they were doing Battle of the Bands, I hate judging because I hate to be judged, but it's a great way of starting and getting spotted. So I started in talent competitions when nobody spotted me. I didn't get any inquiries, and then all of a sudden I entered a talent competition in Butlins, and then I used to win all the time. So unfortunately nobody had spotted me. My mum used to say shut up. So for me it's really important for kids with not a lot, or no, when you haven't got a famous dad, or you don't know anyone, or your teacher doesn't spot you, it's really important to give someone a break and spot that talent.
Okay, let's talk about one of the fantastic exhibitions that's about to start here at Central Library. Now, Michelle, I want to make sure I get this right. Michelle Udogu.
That's the
one. Got it the second time.
That's the one, Alan.
Michelle, it's lovely to see you. Thank you very much for coming in. Tell us, please, if you would, all about Voices of the City.
So Voices of the City was born from an idea about creating the magical, using costume, physical theatre, movement, lots of dressing up with young people and their parents, just to explore identity, belonging, and the magical, what character you can become out of your ordinary, especially if you've had labels placed on you as a person about, your colour or your background or poverty or whatever it is, just to create that imagination. We explored song lyrics as well, and some of the song lyrics feature in the photography that's going to be exhibited on from the 8th of April to the 29th. I mean, we were well supported by Manchester College as well, because they've got a new performing arts department. So the makeup artistry in SFX students came, made us all up with makeup. We could have anything we wanted, so we had the added element of having that 3D effect with the makeup, and they could put anything on you, So that was really lovely, and they got work experience working in community arts, because CAN is predominantly a community arts organisation that works with migrant communities that don't have a voice. So we do quite a lot of political, and we work around social justice as well. So a lot of the work is with people who wouldn't ordinarily have a voice, hence the name.
Voices of the City.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. There's some wonderful people involved. So the journey was captured by Shirlane Forrest. Now, I can just name 3 of the people she's worked with. Taylor Swift, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Stormzy, and then also Billie Eilish. I mean, that's quite a roll call.
She is incredible. You can't miss Shirlane either because she's got bright pink hair.
Yeah.
Maybe for a reason that people can spot her. So yeah, she loves community-based work because it brings her to the real kind of grassroots level, whereas I think when you're working in the music industry, people can become quite elevated sometimes, and there is a sort of diva glamour element to it. So I think it keeps her grounded in her work, and she's been working with Can for 15 years.
Wow.
So she loves the work.
I'd say maybe working with stars, probably it's much more structured because I guess they have an expectation of the photography, and then the photographer's thinking, I've got to make sure there's an expectation here. But I guess with a project like this, you're allowed to be much more creative, and so you're sort of building something from the ground up, aren't you?
Sure, and it takes trust, doesn't it, to become another self in front of someone else. Yeah. Especially with photography. So she has got that really personable nature. I mean, she did tell me a story that she was taking photographs of one of the Happy Mondays, and she's called Rowetta, and she got Rowetta to stand in a shower. And I was like, was the shower on? She was like, no, but I nearly turned it on. But imagine someone said to you, stand in that shower and just look kind of like, I don't know how you would look in the shower, but she got some amazing shots.
Not everybody can do that, convince people to do things that takes them out of their comfort zone as well. Actually, speaking of Rowetta, I'm going to be seeing her on Friday. She's a judge at a talent contest in Wythenshawe Library.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm actually going to be meeting Rowetta on Friday.
Oh, Rowetta's a legend,
She really is, isn't she? She's fantastic. Well, listen, thank you for coming in. It's been brilliant. Let's just tell everybody there's a launch event, isn't there? So in the Oculus space on the ground floor, Wednesday the 8th of April, 1 p.m. till 3:30. So that's an informal launch and a bit of live music.
So we've got a young person who's going to be playing some Ukrainian piano as well up in the music library from about 2.
Yeah.
So we'll have a bit of music. We'll lead everyone up to the music library, and then we'll have a Q&A, bit of live music, and just some questions to the young people and Shirlane herself.
Brilliant. Well, listen, thanks, Michelle. Thank you for coming in. Welcome. If you're interested in that event, just go to Library Live. You'll get all the information in there. It is a free event, but make sure you just go online for some more information. Yeah. Michelle, thanks for coming in.
Amazing. Thanks for having me.
Hello, yes, I'm back for another instalment of From the Archives. This is the part of the show where we delve deep into the Piccadilly Radio Archive, which is housed here at Central Library, and we dig out a special themed archive clip for you to listen to. So, with Easter just around the corner, here's a particularly exciting clip for you to get your teeth into. It dates back to 1976, where they've been doing a charity drive for Easter eggs. It is a charitable time of year after all. Check this out, and I hope you enjoy the particularly jazzy theme music that accompanies it. See you next month.
Easter will soon be here, and as in the past, Piccadilly is asking you to give an Easter egg for a needy child. Through your generosity, thousands of children in Greater Manchester have enjoyed Easter eggs in past years, when otherwise they would have gone without. Give generously again this Easter. Bring your egg to Piccadilly's reception, or if you live in the south of Piccadilly's area, to Hunter's Store, Palatine Road, Northenden, or in the north to Whelan's Discount Store, Newport Street, Bolton. Please, give an Easter egg this Easter.
Right, okay, gives me great pleasure to welcome back Danny Middleton. Danny, how are you?
I'm very well, Alan. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. I'm quite excited about this, Danny, because we are doing something very special on the 23rd of April. What's happening?
Well, 23rd of April is, of course, World Book Night, which we've been celebrating for many years across libraries and bookshops everywhere. This year, it's a massive one because it's part of the National Year Reading. So we are going big with the big book quiz.
And it's also Shakespeare's birthday that day, is that right?
Yeah, we've tied it all in well. That wasn't our planning. That was actually the World Book Night people. So it's Shakespeare's birthday as well.
Wow. So anyone who celebrates Shakespeare's birthday, now they've got a reason to come out to the Central Library. More excited about the fact that you've got a really brilliant host for the event as well, haven't you?
Well, we had to get what we could pay for, basically. So basically, it's you.
It's me.
Yay.
I won. My name came out of the tombola first. Well, thank you very much. No, seriously, it'll be
top
fun.
of the list, obviously.
It's a very small list, though, wasn't it? Very small list.
It's basically you.
But listen, I'm glad to host it. It'll be really good fun. So tell us what's planned, because it's not just a book quiz. There's so much more. Tell us about what the plans are.
Well, yeah, it's the usual thing with Central Library. We do things slightly weird here at Central Library. So late night, it's kind of 7 o'clock on Thursday, the 23rd of April. The bar will be open. The cafe will be open all night. Bring quiz teams on your own with your friends, family, just on partners, whatever. And then it's going to be traditional quizzy rounds, picture rounds, that sort of thing. But then there's going to be some odd kind of interactive rounds as well for everybody to get the party mood going as well.
Yeah, Central Library party.
Yeah.
We're quite reserved here. We were talking earlier. Well, most of us are. We were talking earlier about I went to Bongo's Bingo once, and I found it an incredible experience. It was totally out of my comfort zone. So we're not aiming for. If anyone's been to Bongo's Bingo, they know how crazy it is. But that's not the vibe we're going for. But we are hoping to have a lot of fun and get people to interact a lot.
There will be bingo,
yeah,
but there won't be total bongo bingo where you're pouring
Cocoa Pops on your head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, it'll be interactive and fun and not your normal just dry quiz night.
Yeah.
But it's for the serious book fans as well, so it's for everybody.
And there's some great prizes too, so you could go home with some lovely...
decided and announced, but there will be big prizes.
There'll be some bits and bobs on the night. Okay, so let's remind everyone, Danny, so it's going to be 30th of April, that's a Thursday.
23rd.
23rd of April, 23rd of April, the week before. It's a Thursday night. If someone is listening to this and they're saying, that's for me, how do I get a ticket? How do they get a ticket?
Well, everyone should go straight away to librarylive.co.uk. All the info's there. There's some early bird tickets that are available now till the 30th of March. So grab them now before the 30th of March. After that, it's still very, open. There's all sorts of deals and this sort of stuff. So it's still a bargain price. But if you snap it up before the end of March, it's even cheaper.
Fantastic. Danny, I'm really looking forward to it, actually.
So are we. I'm
going to have to go and buy something dead fancy now to wear as well. Unless are you providing me with the clothing budget for the night?
Well, always, yeah. There's, I won't say where the voucher's for, but yeah, there is some budget.
Thanks very much.
We're going to do our kind of Debbie McGee outfit.
It'll be TK Maxx, won't it, again?
I'm not saying.
Well, listen, thanks very much for coming in, Danny. That is the big book quiz happening here on the 23rd of April. That's a Thursday. And as Danny said, go to Library Live for some more information.
Fab, thanks so much.
Thanks a million, Danny. Okay, that just about wraps up April's podcast. Gary, thank you very much, as per usual. Have you any plans for May and for the rest of the summer? What's happening?
For May, I might dance around a maypole. I might do some Morris dancing, I'm not sure.
We were just saying, actually, we were talking about events that we could have here at the library, and you suggested we should learn how to
do Morris dancing.
Morris dancing. Yeah. Well, we had a very successful stint Irish dancing last month. I don't see why. I'll have a word with Tom about getting some Morris dancing going on for May. But in the meantime, let's do our usual roundup of what's happening. Okay, it's quite a special one this month because it's Easter. And the schools are off for a fortnight.
They are.
It's the time when parents look forward to the most, I'm sure, in the year.
Yeah.
Kids being off for
when all the kids come into the library.
2 whole weeks. Because I know we'll cherish those moments when the kids come in. We do. So, school holidays program, basically. Let's tell everybody what's happening, because there is a ton of stuff. If you are thinking to yourself, how am I going to entertain the kids for a fortnight?
Yeah.
We got you covered, okay, for the majority of it. So I'll kick it off then. On the 7th of April, from 11 until half 11, we've got Little Movers and Shakers. This is on the first floor in the music library. So this is a call out to all the little groovers. Show us some of your moves at this fun and interactive music and dance session. We'll bring the music and we'll provide the dance floor. All you need to do is bring the children, okay? Yep. It's a free drop-in, Little Movers and Shakers. That's on Tuesday, 7th of April.
Yep. And then on Monday, the 13th of April, 2 till 4 p.m, on the lower ground floor, we've got a gardening club, which is quite exciting. Okay. So we'll be potting and planting seeds in pots and stuff like that. It's free, just drop in, it's for everybody.
And that is
really good.
Wednesday, 8th of April. And that's Wednesday, 8th of April and Monday, 13th of April. I can see there. Yeah, there's two events for that. Gardening club. So that's for any budding gardeners you have in the family. I think it's an interactive. Anybody can come, really. But it's on the lower ground floor between 2 and 4 p.m. on Wednesday, the 8th of April. That'll be followed on Thursday, the 9th of April, and again on Wednesday, the 15th of April, and Saturday, the 18th of April. Do you love Lego? Yes is the answer. Everyone loves Lego. Lego Club. So that's Thursday, 9th of April, Wednesday, 15th of April, Saturday, 18th of April, between 2 and 3 o'clock, and that's on the lower ground floor. Now, we need to talk about Naya, the train dog, don't we?
Naya, the train dog, yeah.
So Naya, basically, is a train dog that has worked for quite some time on the Trans-Pennine Express. She's a therapy dog, and she's captured the hearts of lots of people across the network.
This is so cute.
Isn't it?
They just take her on the train for people to stroke and cuddle. And, yeah.
Gorgeous. An absolutely beautiful looking dog as well. That's Naya, the train dog, a tale of safety and smiles. It's a beautiful, warm story that introduces simple safeguarding and rail safety messages through Naya's real life adventures. So that is happening here, Central Library, Friday 10th of April, 10:30 till 11:30 in the Children's Library on the lower ground floor. And then tell us a bit about a Matilda-inspired family workshop that's delivered by the Palace Theatre. That's happening on Tuesday. Tell us a bit more, Gary.
So Matilda the musical is on at the Palace Theatre right now. So come along with Phelps the librarian, a kind, wise librarian who loves stories. Phelps spends lots of time listening to the wild and wonderful tales Matilda creates and knows quite a bit about telling stories herself too. Come along. You have to book for that one. It's free, but book via Eventbrite, and that is on Tuesday, the 14th of April, 10 till 11, and then 11:15 till 12:15, and then 1 till 2 in the Children's Library on the low ground floor.
Super. And everybody loved Matilda, didn't they? What a smash hit that turned out to be. Okay, last but not least, then got to do a shout out to our friend Rob. He was here with us a couple of months ago, and Crime Central is back. On the 22nd of April, Crime Central, as you know, it's a monthly crime and thriller fiction event held here at Central Library. For April, he's got a bumper guest list of people coming with him. Isabel Broom is going to be here, Lucy Andrew, Heidi Amsnick, hope I'm pronouncing that right, and Jamie West. So they're from all over the country. They're all going to be gathering here at Manchester to talk all things crime. And he's such a nice guy, isn't he?
He's lovely, and it's a really popular event, that. It's
really popular. Tickets are pay what you can. They range from between £2 and £6, and there's a small booking fee. That one nearly always sells out, so please get yourself on Library Live or just Google Crime Central at Manchester Central.
Yep.
And you'll find yourself some tickets. Okay, Gary, I think it's time to wrap things up. Thank you as per usual.
Thank you.
Thanks to everybody for listening. This has been your April's Full Volume. We'll be back next month. Thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.
If you've enjoyed listening to the podcast and would like to support Manchester Library's educational and cultural activity, please visit the new Manchester Libraries Trust website at manchesterlibrariestrust.co.uk, where you can make a donation, join our Library Lover Scheme, or find out more about company support. Thank you.